Jamie Dornan on TV. I'm not a symbol of love. I'm just a man who learned to love, thanks to Amelia, asterisk. New York, 3 weeks after the Quiet Love article went viral. The attention hasn't waned. Social media is still full of Jamie Amelia clips. Big talk shows keep sending him invitations. Jamie refuses to wait it out. He doesn't want to turn his family story into a topic to attract views. But there's one show he can't refuse, not because of fame, but because the host is his longtime friend, James Therow, one of the most thoughtful and kindest MCs in America. When James calls, he says just one thing. Jamie, I don't want to exploit you. I want to give you a space to say what you really want to say. Jamie is silent for a few seconds. Then agrees. Recording night, full audience. New York is cold. The studio lights are warmer than usual. The audience lines up outside the door, all of them martial artists. Jamie Dornan's name appears on the big LED screen. A cheer goes up in the room. Jamie walks out, casual, charcoal sweater, black shoes, no movie star look. Most of the comments are spot on from the first step. Jamie is calm, mature, and a little emotional. James stands up his boy. Jamie, you've been driving the world crazy for 3 weeks. Jamie smiles, but his face is red. It's all about that article, and my wife. The audience roars with laughter. But Jamie isn't kidding, he speaks with pride. Learning to love at 40. James leaned in and asked. Jamie, the first thing I want to ask you. How does it feel to have the Quiet Love article become a global phenomenon? James replied slowly, no bragging, no joking. To be honest, I'm close. I didn't think my love story would mean as much to so many people. The audience listened in silence. I'm not an emotional person. I grew up with the loss of my mother at 16. It made me close a lot of doors in my heart. The studio turned. And it took me years to learn by opening them again. Please, Amelia. The audience erupted in applause. But Jamie paid a modest price. The flight to New York, the moment that changed everything. James asks. Can you tell me about the moment Amelia came to visit you in New York? The whole internet cried over it. James lets out a small laugh, a grateful laugh. I almost cried when I saw her standing in the studio lounge. He takes a deep breath. When I saw Amelia, all the nostalgia, all the stress, all the pressure of 3 weeks, it just went away. She was home. The audience is completely silent. No one applauds, no one gasps. Just listens. James continues. She said something I think I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. I'm bringing home to you. A soft awe ripples through the room. James smiled with emotion. You make every man on this planet have to look at himself. Jamie waved his hand, blushing. Don't embarrass me. Mature love, what the world is looking for. James gently changed the subject. Jamie, I think what makes your story go viral is not because it's romantic, but because it's mature. What do you think? Jamie nodded. I think people today are used to love that's fast, strong, short. Love is beautiful on social media. Love has many screenshot moments but few real moments. He paused for a few seconds, choosing the perfect words. Amelia and I are proof of one thing. Love doesn't have to be loud to be strong. A few people in the audience raised their hands to wipe away tears. Jamie continued. We've gone through times when we couldn't talk to each other. Through years when I hid in my work. Through old fears that lingered from my childhood. His voice was low, but firm. But we chose each other again. Every day. And that's what I think the world feels. Amelia, the woman who stands by your side, never behind. James moves on to the most anticipated question. Jamie, what do you think makes your love with Amelia so lasting? Jamie doesn't need to think. Because she never loved me in a way that changed me. She loved me in a way that made me want to change. The audience applauded the loudest since the beginning of the show. Jamie continues, her voice trembling slightly. Amelia is someone who understands me even when I don't say it. She doesn't pressure me. She doesn't depend on me. She doesn't try to fix me. She's just there. And that's enough for me to find the best version of myself. James chokes. You know, Jamie? The whole studio is in love with her. Jamie smiles. I've loved her for a long time. The world reacts, and Jamie says the words that silence the audience. James asks the final question. What do you want to say to the millions of people who call your love, the quiet love? Jamie looks straight into the camera, no acting, no crew, no defense. Just a 43-year-old man with a real heart. I'm not a fairy tale. I'm not a love target. I'm just a man who's lost a lot. And found someone who didn't leave me. The studio is silent. Jamie continues. If people look at our story and feel hope, just remember one thing. Real love isn't about perfection. It's about effort. It's about kindness. It's about growing up. It's about coming back when you've gone too far. A deep breath. I learned to love. Thanks to a woman named Amelia Warner. No one spoke for a few seconds. Then the whole room rose, standing ovation. Jamie bowed his head. His eyes were wet. But they were wet with gratitude. Backstage, Jamie and Amelia moment. When the show ended, Jamie went into the dressing room to get his coat. His phone lit up. Amelia calling. He picked up immediately. Did you see it? Amelia's voice was soft as dew. Jamie? You just made the world love you the way I love you. Jamie smiled bitterly. I said too much, didn't I? No. You said everything right. A loving silence. Amelia whispered. Jamie, I'm so proud of you that. She choked. Jamie could hear her trembling breath. That I want to fly over and hug you right now. Jamie leaned his head against the wall, closing his eyes. I want to hug you too. A lot. Amelia said the last sentence. Jamie, thank you for telling the most beautiful truth. We choose each other, every day. Jamie whispered. And I will always choose you. Not a talk show, not an article, but a reminder. Silent love still exists. That night, as Jamie walked down the streets of New York, he heard no noise, no cars, no cold wind. He only heard Amelia in his ears. And felt like she was walking beside him. He had never felt so close to her, even across the Atlantic. And he knew. Their love had been seen. Not for show. But to remind the world. Mature love is still beautiful. Silent love still exists. And true love always finds its way home.